Welcome, everyone. My name is Michael Dougherty, and along with Michal Parkoa. And we are hosting this session with our speaker, Dave Westgarth. In this keynote session, we'll learn about Vibe UX, prototyping at the speed of thought. In this keynote session, we'll learn about AI in product development. There are also other sessions in the Global Agile Summit that touch on this topic, such as Sean Wallach, who asks about how AI can be only as fast as its people. Check out these other sessions at globalagilesummit.com. But now it's time for focus on our guest speaker and a topic for this session. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, Michael, thanks a lot for having me along. Really excited to chat.
All right, fantastic. So with that, first question. So why do you call it Vibe UX instead of just vibe coding?
So that's a really interesting question, and I'll start with a question to you. Have you read the book Lean UX before?
I have not. It's on my list a long time.
Be shamed, be shamed. No, but Lean UX at the time it came out was a bit of a revolution. It was a real lightning rod for things like experimentation, design driven by user feedback, and really getting closer and closer to operating and following user curiosity and genuine user needs. The reason I've came up with Vibe UX is I think the advent of prompt to product tools and vibe coding tools is going to drive us even closer to that. There were a lot of proxies for value that were sketched out in Lean UX, things like paper prototypes, like doing fake trapdoors on web applications. With the advent of tools like Lovable, like Replit, like Base 44, you don't even need to have those middlemen of sort of paper prototypes of wireframes of fake features in your applications. It's much quicker now just to generate the application and see what users think of it. So I think these tools are going to drive us closer and closer to getting more and more hyper personalized, hyper customized tools and applications that are better suited to user needs, and we can respond to that demand in the moment. So I think the application potential of these should be incredibly exciting for anyone working in UX, user-centered design, or agile focus roles at all. I think the table stakes are about to change dramatically for all of us.
Cool. Can you walk us through how you use this approach on a product?
I can, yes. I'll just share my screen because there's a few different tools I bring to bear on this. But this is an idea I've been working on for a few months now, trying to capture my version of an AI build flow. So typically I'll start in the top left by having an idea, and that idea could be anything, a new application, a new feature, a new tool that I want to use. And I'll take that to an LLM of choice. And in there, I'll explore things like the unique selling point, the unique value proposition of this tool, the features and functionality. So, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to have, the inputs and outputs, and also the data flows. And I think that that's the key thing for vibe coders to get under their belt, thinking of their applications as tools, as data flows. That really helps you to sketch out a good high fidelity prompt approach and idea that you can then build on with these tools. But after a few rounds of iterations with the LLMs, I'll get what I call a master prompt. And I'll use that to feed into a tool like Lovable, V0, Replit, or Base 44 to get the initial product itself. And from there, you open up a world of possibilities open up to you. One that I've been playing with more and more recently is embedding the product that I build in Lovable, for example, in a tool like Miro. And you can see that here, if I just move this bar. So on this board, you can see a few different applications that I've created in Lovable that you can embed directly in Miro and use as an iframe code. I can walk through these in a moment, but just to show the mechanism. And this creates a really rich feedback loop because now I can not only have an application that I can put in front of users, I can house that within a collaboration sort of platform collaboration tool like Miro and really open that up to loads and loads of different users. And we can have different instances of the application with different features, different color schemes, different functionalities. And you can really use that to harness and gather a lot of feedback really quickly that you can then feed back into your application. After that design loop bit, the key thing, and I think the most technical piece that vibe coders should get their head around is GitHub, because once you get your application deployed and synced into GitHub, another world of possibilities opens up to you in terms of bringing other AI-powered tool into your applications. You can see a few examples I've got here. We've got things like GitHub Copilot within GitHub itself, but we can also then clone it into an IDE and bring tools like Claude Code, Vercel to bear on our applications and tools. And then we can go forward from there. We can ship it using AI-powered tools like Netlify and Vercel, which make the application deployment process far simpler and opens that up to non-technical users to do things like reach global audiences or put payment walls around their applications as well. And the final piece, and this is a bit optional now, these tools really had the heyday before Lovable, Vercel, Lovable V0, and tools like Replik came to bear. But tools like Make, Zapier, and N8N allow you to build a lot of automations that are standalone